All right, this is Mr. Barr, and this IXL is, what is it? Oh, not that. It is Introduction to Complex Numbers. So let's start with some notes on this. Title of the notes is the imaginary number I. So in math, I represents the imaginary number. Well, what does that even mean? The square root of 4 is 2. How do I know that? Why? Because 2 times 2 equals 4. The thing is, what's the square root of negative 4? Well, 2 times 2 equals 4. And this should be a negative 2 times a negative 2. Oh, that's all right. Negative 2 times a negative 2 equals a 4. Equals a 4. Man, equals a positive 4. Right? So, since negative 2 times negative 2 equals 4, and 2 times 2 equals 4, what would the square root of negative 4 be? Like, there's no way to get there, right? There's not a number that when I square it would give me a negative 4. Well, that's why we have the imaginary number I. Imaginary number I is defined as the square root of negative 1. This little letter I will let me take the square roots of negatives. So how does it work? So I want to take the square root of negative 4. Well, I see that little negative in there inside the radical, and I call that a sleeping I. This is a sleeping I. It's just an I on its side. What do I have to do? I have to wake up the sleeping I, take it outside, and put a hat on it. So I take that sleeping I take it outside, and I put a hat on it. And now I'm left with I square root of 4. Well, what is the square root of 4? 2. So this really becomes 2I. Or I2, but we write it as 2I. So that's the idea. Every time I see this negative inside of our square root, it's a sleeping I, and I take it outside. So let's do some problems with this. Oh, this is the one we just did. All right. Let me get my drawing pad ready to go. So this guy right here, that is a sleeping I. I wake it up, and I take it outside. So it's I square root of 4, which is 2I. Oh, why am I not writing? Good. Okay, see this is I. See that? That's an I right there. Square root of 64. Square root of 64 is 8, so it's 8I. Ooh, this is a negative square root of 16. Okay, so what do I have right here? There's my I take it out front, and I put a hat on it. So it's going to be a negative I square root of 16. What's the square root of 16? 4. So I have negative 4I. Now, in this case, I can't actually take the square root of 16 or 17. So first off, here's my I. Let's get the I out. There's the I. So I have negative I square root of 17. I can't take the square root of 17, so I just leave it like that. So negative I square root of 17. Negative I square root of 17. Okay, so this is I square root of 2. Let's see, there's an I. Okay, so this is negative 9 minus, the only thing I can do here is the I square root of 5. Right? There's a sleeping I, it comes outside, that's all I can do. I can't simplify anything else. Let's see. Negative 5 minus, here comes my I, and then what's the square root of 1? 1. Negative 19 plus, here's my I that just came out, square root of 13, because I can't take the square root of 13, negative 1, here's my I, And I can't take this. Oh, there's a negative. Nope. There, the I came out, so it's just square root of 6. Simplify all radicals. Okay, well, you know what? That's a separate topic. I should make a video on that one too. Okay, I have to simplify this radical. Okay, first off, there's the I coming out. So I have negative I square root of 18. Thing is, 18 can simplify down. What is 18? 18 is 2 times 9. So this could be square root of 2 times square root of 9. Well, what's the square root of 9? 3. So this is 3 square root of 2. So I, 3 square root of 2. It'd probably be a little bit happier if I went negative 3I square root of 2. Negative 3I square root of 2. I, so here's my I coming out. There's my I. Square root of 20. Square root of 20 is 4 times 5, so it's the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. That's a 20. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 5, so I'm going to write it as negative 2I square root of 5. Square root of 5, excuse me. This should be a 5. Negative 2I square root of 5. Negative 2I square root of 5. I'm going to jump a level. This one, let's jump 83. I don't see anything crazy here. Let me do it. Let's use the I. There's my I. So I have square root of 32. Square root of 32 is, what's that, 2 times 16. So it's square root of 2, square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. So 4 square root of 2. So 3 minus 4I square root of 2. 3 minus 4I. Going to jump a level again. Challenge zone. Are they going to get any more complex? Just the simplification is going to become more complex. All right, so here's my I. So negative 9 plus I square root of 220. Square root of 220. That's 22 times 10. That's 2 times 11 times 2 times 5. So it's really square root of 4 times the square root of 55. So it's 2 square root of 55. So what do I have? Negative 9 plus 2I square root of 55. All right, that's it. It's just the simplification that's becoming more complex. Thanks for watching.